Well, there used to be a bee yard here. Had 48 colonies. And then the Smokehouse Creek Fire happened. I had 8 colonies not burned. I should have some footage loading those on the trailer, and as you can see, they're pretty burned up. They look like they're in bad shape. So those bees are gonna have to get a new pallet. Probably some new frames in there. I haven't been in them yet, but I imagine some of them are melted. Like here's a spot where some of them came from. In the runner on the bottom of the pallet burned off. There's a screw. We're using magnets to get all the staples and screws up we can. That's about 3 hives worth. Mostly staples. You lose many cows?
No, Russell, not a lot of cows. I just, I think they've got water farming now. I mean, they've got electricity. If I can get someone to change it back over from the generator, we'll. Yeah. I don't need to tie y'all up. I just seen y'all and working. And
yeah.
I didn't know you had such good looking help with you, or I wouldn't have stopped.
They getting your fences fixed?
Well, yeah. I don't know how many of them there were. I don't know how many they got done, and I don't know where all they have been. They counted 51 here the other day. The corners that had to be put in, and I don't know. But we're getting closer.
Yep, chipping away.
Yeah. I don't know. But what are y'all doing with your?
What?
With your? What are you doing here?
Well, I had a bunch of hives here, so we're running the magnet to pick up all the screws and nails.
Yes, David. You're just not thinking, are you? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, you don't expect that,
Don't drive too close or you'll get a flat.
Well, oh golly, I really don't. I can't pick up a tar anymore. I really don't need to do that.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Take care.
I think this is, I don't know if this is what's left of the combs. Pretty sure it's combs. You can see there's a piece of foundation there. I don't know if y'all can see that. And these are wires for like wired wax foundation. Here you can see all the cells. Indentations of the cells. This may even be brood comb. This is probably, yep, there's baby bees. Capped brood. Yep, there's a comb. That sucks to look at. Yep. Every spot has a soil stained with honey. There's a puddle of it there. Every single one. Kind of like they bled out on the ground. And these are like the frame rest protectors on some stuff I had. Some used equipment I bought. How's the magnet rolling?
There's a few spots it'll do, but I'm just kind of hovering it a little bit. But I think it's getting most of it.
We already picked up all the pallet clips. I don't know if I'm going to reuse these or not because they were galvanized. And the heat of that fire probably removed the coatings. Now these are going to rust. I do have a few stainless ones that I made myself that I can reuse. That's a stainless one. And every hive had a 2-gallon feeder inside of it.
I forgot about that.
And every hive that was alive had 2 pounds of pollen patty. Add stuff to the list. I had this bee yard next to an old barn that burned down, of course. But it had some of this antique farm equipment in it. I mean, like antique. I don't know what this is. Or this. But it's something you rode on the side of. This was a horse-drawn plow, probably muled, most likely. There's the sweeps. Plow up the ground, hook up your horse up there. These set the depth. And that, like a single furrow, something or another. I think that might have been a wagon. Not positive. Don't know what that is. This thing over here looks like a planter to me. Goes that direction. Your animal will be up there. I don't know if it might have been, I don't know if it was horse drawn or not. This would open up the furrow. And this is the seed tube. Drop seed down. This would close the furrow. You may even store seeds in there, I don't know. Yep. Landscape's not much to look at anymore. A bunch of sand dunes. What bees survived, I moved out of here to some places with wild plums because they're, of course, about to bloom, but everything, all of them here burned up, so even if some of them survive, they're not going to bloom this year. Not fun either.
I find it oddly satisfying with the but it's bad circumstances, so I can't enjoy it.
I can stand hard work when I can enjoy it, but this isn't enjoyable.
No. This is wasted hard work.
Yeah. Forgot to show y'all the beeswax. Right there's a piece. And all of this. We got her all cleaned up. Huh?
I think so. Looks like it.
Looks like somebody had a bunch of campfires out there.
Burnt a lot of marshmallows, huh?
Whatever they had was honey roasted.
Yep.
Maybe we should ask XL Energy about that. Well, wish this was the only yard, but on to the next one. Well, getting late on us, but we're at the last yard. This is I had like 60 something colonies here. Most of them made it all right. Had a few pallets burn. Lost 4 two-ways here, single colonies. Then over here, I had a whole bunch of 3-way pallets for my nukes. Lost one here. And one over here. Two 3-ways would be 6 plus the 8 singles. 14 colonies lost here. So 40, 48, 88 plus 14 is 102.
I don't math. I believe 102 is correct.
102 burned. And a few more partially burned. Probably gonna need new pallets and frames.
these because they're nukes. Were these nukes?
Yeah. Well, they were in single boxes.
Here's the final haul of all the pallet clips. And 1 tub of staples, screws, and nails. And then the heavier tub. That's a lot of staples. Found that earlier. So one problem we faced at this place is the this shelter belt. If y'all don't know what a shelter belt is, back, I don't know if it was during the Dust Bowl days or just after, but the government had this program where they would plant strips of trees like this here. Got this wide row of trees, and it's like a half mile that way. You can see over there is another one. Runs north and south. Goes another half mile. All of our prevailing winds here out of the west or the south or the southwest. So they had the bright idea. They thought planting a bunch of trees like this would help with wind erosion. Well, it helps for like 20 to 50 feet on the downwind side. So pretty much utterly useless. And what it does is it causes the landowner a whole bunch of problems. Whether it's wind, ice storms, or like now a wildfire comes through, compromises the tree, and they fall all over your fence. And the landowners got to fix it. It's their responsibility. So I had that last cedar tree to get out of the way for somebody to work on the fence, but I think y'all can see we got a pretty good clearing going down through there. It was a complete mess. As you can see, the fence is still a complete mess. Got places like this all down through there. I don't know how many trees were on it. But and steel fences are good. But the problem with a fire like this is we think it got so hot. Like this barbed wire here, when it's new, it has a galvanized coating on it. And everybody's thinking this fire was so hot that it probably popped all the coating off all the wires that it went through. So now it's just going to be bare steel and it's going to rust and get brittle. So everything will need to be replaced. I don't know how many miles of fence my parents have, but it's quite a bit. 1 mile of fence costs approximately $10,000 to rebuild. If you're squeamish, turn away now. Here's your warning. Killed by fire. Can you imagine what it was like going through that? Unfortunately for that little guy, we found him after our mass grave was filled, so I guess he'll just go to the coyotes, which they've been working on him already. I think they lost 33 adult cows, I don't know how many calves, somewhere around 20. Got it all wrote down. Had to take an individual picture of every single animal. Try to get help from the FSA. That was one of my fun jobs. Had help from my wife, so she had to deal with it too.